You're wasting all the time. Another hour gone, did you hear the chime? You're wasting all the time.
Recorded for Thursday, March 12th, 2020.
Hey guys, This is Wasting All the Time, an improv comedy podcast. Yeah. I am your host for this episode. My name is Jess, and I can't do this by myself, so I have a band of cohorts that are joining me this afternoon, morning, or evening, whenever you decide to listen to this podcast. I'm going to go in a circular fashion, starting to my left.
I'm John.
I'm Cody.
And I'm Dave.
That's right. That's everybody in the podcast. There's nobody else.
No.
Just these four people. And
We are co-people.
Yep.
I thought this was going to be a smooth one. I really...
Why? Why did you think that?
I have alcohol if you want some.
No, I think that would make it worse. I tell you this every time.
For whom?
Touche. The way that this works is we are going to do a series of different scenes with different prompts, and hopefully we're going to waste your time. We're going to have you laugh and giggle or just shake your head like, what? But it's going to be one of those like, I want to laugh, but I shouldn't laugh. Kind of like, oh, man, okay. All right. I think that's all. So without further ado, we're going to sync up the first intro.
Style it. Here we go. Art. What you want to know? Jess is gonna shape our minds like Play-Doh. A to the R to the final T. Art's been around since the dawn of humanity. Marble, oils, whatever the medium. Jess is gonna shout it from on top the proscenium. Grab your notebook and make a note. Cause Jess is the best. Jess is the GOAT. Style it.
All right, guys, I'm going to tell you about a really, really badass person from Italy back during the Renaissance period. His name was Caravaggio. Oh! Now, you might not know who Caravaggio is, but you have seen every single element of his paintings since he created the style in subsequent paintings, especially fucking Baroque. Why? Because they were Baroque on making their own styles, motherfucker! Boom! Caravaggio was the person who took lighting and then went, hey, instead of putting it on the person's face, why don't we just put it above their head? So it looks like they're in a sad, lonely pit of darkness so they can always look up. Yes, and they'll be like, oh, there's light because everything is dark and terrible and we hate our lives. Caravaggio brought you light in a way that is so dramatic that half of fucking silver screen Hollywood utilized that visual in most of their dramatic scenes. Don't believe me? Look at half of fucking Citizen Kane. All right. Now here's the big thing about Caravaggio. He was a badass player. Okay. He also not only liked to get fun and funky with the ladies, probably with the men as well. I'm not gonna judge him, but the big thing is that he liked to get drunk and brawl. Yeah. This is during a period when Italy was still a bunch of city-states. So this man that was up and coming, very, very young, he ended up getting into a terrible brawl with some people, and the Catholic Church is like, oh, you gotta leave. And he left, and he was on the run until the Pope, I know I ran over, I don't fucking care because this is crazy.
Hell yeah.
He killed somebody in a duel on accident. The Catholic Church is all like, oh, hey, whoa, that's not right. Killing's not cool, even though it was an accident. He was on the run. While he was on the run, the Pope is all like, you know what? I'm going to excuse the fact you killed someone if you just made me a painting. But he was on the run. No one could track him down. And he died in fucking Spain because people found out on the boat who he was and they kicked him off the boat. He had to go swimming to shore and he died of sepsis or pneumonia or some crazy ass shit because he was on the run and literally the Catholic Church could not catch up with him before he died.
Wow.
It's insane. He's one of my favorite painters.
Well, I learned that Caravaggio is my patron saint.
Style it.
Yay! Oh man, I'm gonna have to work on the timing of that one. I get too passionate. All right,
I mean,
so
he
yeah,
can always
just
extend the
it.
bed, I'm sure.
Like a champion.
Fix it in post.
Yeah, fix it in post, man. Don't fix it in post because now this bit isn't funny. But fix it in post.
Okay.
Upwards, downwards, forwards, backwards, I say we go fruitwards.
All right, folks, this game is called Fruitwards. What we're going to do is we're going to take one colored card that's green, one colored card that's red. We're going to randomly pull one of those cards. One's an adjective, one's a noun. You're smart, beautiful, independent individuals, and I believe that I said smart.
Say small.
Individuals. And I believe that you'll be able to figure out which color is what. I don't need to go over that part. But with those words, we are going to do a scene. It's going to be an improvised scene. And once you hear this, the bell, that means the scene is done and we'll move on to the next segment. So to get us started, we are going to use our handy dandy Fruitwards machine. I'm going to use the new fancy app that one of our wonderful patrons actually made for us.
It is
Yay!
so
Thank you.
amazing.
Yeah.
Like having... Oh, go ahead.
Huge shout out to our patron Unexampled Salt, who out of the blue made us a mobile app for Fruitwards.
Yeah.
And if you have an Android phone, you can download it right now. If you have an iPhone,
Get an Android.
do it. It's
More
fun.
like exampled sexy, am I right?
Yeah. Not only will it give us
exampled sexy, because like
fodder for our improv, but we'll also be learning about new words.
yeah.
Yay.
Not everything will be a death trap or a vendor anymore.
Unless we have we'll find out. All right, let's see what we got here. We have narrow-minded, orderly.
Oh. Narrow-minded, orderly. Refresh my memory on exactly what orderly is.
I can't.
I always think of like one of the, like someone in a hospital.
It's
or,
what. Oh, I'm running this episode. It's what you think it is.
Let her speak.
Orderly, an attendant in a hospital responsible for the non-medical care of patients and the maintenance of order and cleanliness. Orderly.
Can you spell it now?
Oh my god.
Okay. I'm happy to help with this patient. Just tell me what to do.
So if you can see here, the patient is exhibiting some rather dramatic symptoms.
So you want me to look at the patient?
Yes, that's step one. Make
Okay,
sure you are aware of the patient.
Okay, you're distracting me. I'm going to look at the patient. Okay. Ugh. All right.
Tell me what you observe first. What is the first thing?
So now you want me to observe the patient?
Doesn't that go hand in hand with seeing?
Oh, no, that's two different things.
Oh, I'll have to update my notes then. Okay,
You got to say what you want me to do.
Okay,
all
okay, all right.
okay.
This is okay.
All right, I'm observing.
Bit of a challenge.
They are
So
sort
now
of
observe the patient.
licking their lips and it's light coughing and a bit of a mucus expulsion going on here.
Okay, what does that tell you?
Do you want me to diagnose them?
No, we'll get there. I
You
like
want me to make a conclusion based on my observations?
Is that what he? Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Conclude those observations. Conclude them good.
They are sick.
I don't really think this is the time for compliments. Like, or we're trying to diagnose someone
I
and see.
truly don't understand what you mean.
Okay, that was my fault. Trying to do a little levity. It's a little medical joke we have here in the field.
Oh, do you want me to be responsive to humor?
Okay, this is gonna be way more difficult than I thought. Yes, can you flip that switch to yes? Can you just go ahead and be responsive?
Okay.
That one's a permanent.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah. Great.
How you doing?
How you doing? That's so casual from a doctor. This guy's a specialist.
You're doing very well, Jeremy. Very well.
Thank you. Okay, I'm really trying. This is like my first time.
Right. Well, my nephew is a
Yeah, we're related.
tough nut to crack, but
No, he's brilliant and insightful, and he knows everything about. Keep coughing. He knows everything about Yes, he's going to be the best orderly we've
He's
ever.
giving the patient direction.
We were just getting to the actual diagnosis part, and I think Jeremy is going to give us some real insight into the patient's symptoms.
Oh, that'll be wonderful. Yes, Jeremy, please.
Huh?
Diagnose the patient.
You want me to listen to you now? Sorry, I wasn't listening to you. I was paying attention to those two. I'm being asked to do a lot all at once.
Right.
And look at things in many different
It's
ways.
a hospital.
Where we are now? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think the patient's dying, Jeremy.
I can concur.
I can concur.
That's good. I
Brilliant.
liked that.
Brilliant.
It's a good one.
And once again, I didn't mean to step on your toes. Toe stepping occurred. I'm sorry. Thanks, Unexampled Salt. You're amazing.
Thank you. Yes. It's okay.
Is that good?
Yeah. I'll just make life difficult for you in an improv scene.
Yes.
Just no, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna.
Can't do
that.
any
That
worse
would
than
be
Sarah
mean.
Henshaw did once.
She's an angel.
Yeah, except not even to me. It was to Jenny. It was hilarious. They were walking upstairs, and she's like, "Why don't you sing for me?" It was like,
I love that. That's what an angel does.
Yeah.
All right. You know what else angels do?
What else do angels do?
Move on to the next segment.
Oh, snap.
Neat.
Dog.
What have you been up to? To what up have you been?
Okay, this is the point in the podcast where we get to check in with everybody and see what everyone's been up to. So I believe I went this way the last time, so I'm going to go this way this time. Now you on the listening to this podcast don't know which way I pointed, so it's still a mystery to you.
Could have been pointing the same way both times.
It could have. Like, who knows?
Everything's
you
the
don't.
same way if you go far enough.
That's a hypothesis.
Oh.
Right? Right? Yeah? No. Hey! Dude, what have you been up to?
Well, I've been having a grand old time playing disc golf again.
Ooh.
I can't remember if I talked about this last time or not,
Yes.
but it's still true, and I'm keeping score, and I'm improving.
Ooh. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. That's what's supposed to happen.
One might think that, yes.
Or is it like, you improve, but then you hit a wall and then you get worse, or you feel like you're getting worse because you hit that wall, and then suddenly you do a break through the wall like Kool-Aid Man, and then you get better? Like exponentially?
At the
Is it
time
like
of
that?
recording, there's not enough data
Ah, got it.
or data. I always forget which is
I think it,
One's British.
yeah.
that one.
One's a robot.
One's a British robot.
Okay, this is way more complicated than I thought. But yeah, having a grand old time with that and Minecraft and work, and things are pretty consistent for me at the moment. So
how's cooking going?
Oh, not so much.
Oh.
I was having some good times with that.
Uh-huh.
Every once in a while, though, you run out of food and you have to go grocery shopping.
Yep.
And I did do that once and was like, hey, I'm going to make this a habit of doing this like once a week on this day
Yeah.
that fits into my schedule.
Yeah.
And that was fun, having that thought. I literally did not do it the next week and haven't since. So, life's hard.
So I actually,
And then you die.
I know someone who, what they do is they do grocery delivery.
Mm-hmm.
And like you can do it through, like Safeway's been doing it for a long time, but you can also do it like through Walmart now. Like you can just pay like a yearly fee, and any of the groceries that you request, they deliver for free.
Wow.
Yeah, so like you can literally be at work and be like, oh, hey, I need these groceries delivered to my house this evening. Yeah, as long as you pay for the membership.
Oh,
so it's
okay.
It's a yearly membership thingy.
That's awesome.
And, yeah, they'll
How do
just
you not
do
have
it
that?
free.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll tell you though what I have been thinking is I'm gonna go back on South Beach diet,
Ooh.
where they have a food delivery service.
Nice.
I did this once before, ran into problems with freezer space, lost a bunch of food,
Oh no.
and rage quit.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna get more freezer space and start
Is
that
it-
up again.
Is it all frozen?
A lot of it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's healthy by their standards, frozen foods, and lots of snacks and shakes and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
So it's a meal plan,
Nice.
and it was working for me until I rage quit.
Got it.
Um,
Got it.
So I'm gonna get back on that, and then that will be my meals.
Sweet. Yay.
Doesn't get a lot easier than that.
Very cool. Okay. Cody.
That's me.
What's going on? What's the haps?
Many things. A few of them I can't actually give too many details about, but I'm excited that I'm doing them anyway.
Do you want to say what they are, and then I'm just gonna shout NDA into the microphone the whole time?
Everyone listening, you are counting as having signed an NDA.
NDA.
No,
NDA,
it's
okay.
It's all good.
Okay.
YouTube channel, first off, going really well. I can talk about that. That is
Yay.
a ton of fun. Lots of recording, getting to put my actual college skills to use. I know, only X years later. I am editing a short film. So that is an actually professionally produced short film.
Hey.
It wasn't like my buddy with his phone. There's 4K footage,
Ooh.
in professional lighting. I'm really excited. There's 850 gigs of footage that I am going through. So that is a ton of fun. It's man, I know it's not really feasible to be a professional editor and not live in Hollywood, but I kind of wanna. Maybe we can do it remotely. So that's a blast.
Very cool.
And then I am working on a game project. I'm learning. There's this program called Game Maker Studio, and they have a proprietary coding language. So I'm learning that, and I am writing a game. And now I am learning how asynchronous network events work. Those are difficult.
Oh boy.
Because variables in programming, I can do. Oh, if A, then else then. Okay, cool. Oh, X equals 5. Cool, got it. Now it's now you just need to have the device connect to the socket, which communicates on the port, which will talk to the server. So I am just diving headfirst into that. And it is a ton of fun. There's so much about the internet that I had no idea. Encryption. Everything's encrypted. Literally everything is encrypted. All websites. Anytime you ever go to a website, it is there's encryption, and there's 17 different layers and protocols. Because Jenny is taking an InfoSec course, information security. So I'm also learning about that. There's 18 different parts to simply connecting to the internet. It's the information on your computer, and that goes into this packet, which goes through this physical cable, which connects to the router, which translates it into a packet. Oh, there's a lot, and I'm really excited to learn. And
You look it.
yeah. So many new things and new knowledges going on.
Nice.
And that's 9 round. If you've ever been to 9 round, it's awesome. It's 9 round is a kickboxing fitness place. I sound like such a shill, but bear with me. So instead of having a class time, classes are at 4:30 and 6:30 or whatever, they just are open and they run in a circuit, and they have a timer set for it's one of those boxing timers. It's green for 2 minutes, and then yellow for 30 seconds, and then it's red. And so you show up and you're all right, we'll start on circuit 1. People are just moving through the rounds.
Wow.
So you just go, you do your 9 rounds, and then you leave. Or you show up and you do 4 rounds and you leave. Or you do 18 rounds and you just show up, and it's constantly running, and there's the trainers always there working. And it's an awesome touchback to when I was doing kickboxing classes themselves, and doing the combos and the kicks and the hits, and it's so nice.
So can you just go in there and be all I want to do a circuit. I don't know what I'm doing, and you just, instead of punching something, you just slap it. You slap.
They'll teach you to punch.
Oh.
Because
what if I don't want to punch? I want to slap.
Punching is better than slapping, both in combat effectiveness and fitness.
But
And it's better for your joints.
Okay, fine.
Slapping is bad for your elbow.
Oh.
Yeah, because the way that the energy comes here and it goes here and it hits that way. Whereas if you punch, it kind of turns into the cylinder and it sends all the energy through here this way.
This is why I took a martial arts that was all kicking. So
Jeet Kune Do? No.
Ishinryu.
Which one?
Ishinryu?
Ishinryu?
Mm-hmm. Ishinryu. It's all kicking.
I don't know. Interesting.
Yeah,
I've
it's
never
all
heard of
kicking. Like literally the only punch they taught you how to do was a rabbit punch. And they're like, if anybody, they kept saying, if anybody makes fun of you for doing a rabbit punch, just kick them. One of the like 5 different ways that we teach you how to, like, the first day. It's fine.
Combat time with Cody. But yeah, so
All
that's expanding my brain parts or making it more wrinkly. Is that
That's a good thing, right?
Is that real?
No.
No. I've been lied to.
You don't get more wrinkles in your brain?
No.
Does it just like creates new neural pathways and strengthens different neural pathways and stops other pathways from dying? Or some pathways do end up dying and then new ones are... I never understand that. Do new ones get made or do they like essentially overwrite old ones?
You don't fully understand the human mind?
What?
And how
Don't.
it relates to the brain?
No, I don't.
Or
Wild.
what the mind is?
Wild stuff.
I know. And I made that
Go on
whole
Wikipedia.
cauliflower thing for the science thing, and I didn't even, whatever. But yeah, I didn't. What does it do? What does the brain do?
Now, we
Does
don't have
it-
time for this.
Oh, golly gee.
Well, my brain is colloquially getting more wrinkled.
Sweet.
Cool.
Awesome. Ding. Monsieur Jean.
Oh, well, I think I mentioned on the last, what have you been up to, that I'm planning to go back to school. And I went in the interim, and I went to talk with an advisor about that and put together a plan.
Right.
And it was exciting because I have to do a lot less than I thought.
Whoa!
Yeah. So, like, basically, as far as an associate's is concerned, my general ed is done. So I can just take all the major classes. And
Sweet.
yeah.
Okay.
And so that's cool. So I'm looking forward to that. I'll be starting up in the summer with a 8-week course.
Summertime.
Yeah. And that'll, taking that course will qualify me to start applying for IT jobs with the state, weirdly enough.
Just
seriously?
the one course?
Yeah. Well, I have a previous course in my transcript, and to get on the lowest rung of the IT track, it only requires 6 units of dedicated IT study. You need a lot more total college credit, but I have an obscene amount of that for someone with no degree.
You were a music major, of course you do.
Right. Yeah, the advisor was mildly horrified by my number of units until she realized, you were a music major.
3 hours a day, 4 days a week for 1 credit.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's exciting. I also am trying out driving for Postmates a little bit.
I did that.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah, I was surprised by how much I did not hate it. And yeah, how much like it's almost like a game. Like it feels like a
really?
game.
Crazy Taxi for Dreamcast.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. Do you get the little arrow that bobs up and down when you need to turn left or right?
Unfortunately, no, but I'm going to write an email to Postmates support now and insist on,
You need one.
yeah.
So, here's a question. How much are you making with them Postmates?
Not a ton. I mean, it's, the dollars per hour is not great. I would not do this as something where I was depending on it for my livelihood. It really is more just like,
Bonus bucks.
yeah, bonus bucks.
Side hustle.
Yeah.
Burner.
So it's like, it's a low income to time, but it's
if you were gonna-
time that I would not have been
Doing anything?
doing anything anyway.
Right.
So
Very cool.
Get
Very
a
cool.
motorcycle.
Deliver on a motorcycle?
The gas mileage is great.
Yeah, I would, but I think that my wife would really hate that. Like, she's anxious enough.
Get a Vespa then. Get a little Vespa or a
yeah.
little moped.
No.
Just get a little moped. Just like, and then get like the little helmet that matches the color of the moped,
okay.
and then you just like.
You got to coordinate color.
Yeah, you gotta coordinate
you
colors on one. It's
Yeah.
a rule.
This is about standards.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't get
You
to talk about a
deliver in
Vespa and talk about
style.
standards. Jesus, your feet on the floor like you're daintily sitting at the soda shop. I can't even think of something mean enough.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
you
ride
could
mine
deliver
side saddle.
shakes.
Side saddle on a Vespa. Jesus.
Oh boy. Oh, that's great.
Everyone will remember that Postmates delivery.
They will. They'll give you an extra tip, like
I bet.
bigger tips for sure. Because you can do that. Like you can like say what the tip is, and then after you get it delivered, you can like contact them and be like, "Oh, whoa, can I give them more money?" They're always like, "Sure, why not? More
Yep.
money."
That guy rode side saddle on a
Yeah.
Vespa.
Yeah.
He's getting all my money.
Yeah.
That would actually be pretty difficult.
I believe
Yeah.
it would be. Yeah.
Yeah.
I always look at like women riding side saddle on a horse and think, God, that must be so much harder.
I mean, horses are self-balancing. Vespas and motorcycles a little less.
Yeah.
So.
But I think it's more like the direction the horse is going, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the horse has to be trained for somebody to ride side saddle
Right.
on it as well.
Yes.
Otherwise, the lady's just going to go in a circle.
Right.
Very cool.
What about you, Jess?
Yes.
Yeah.
Enlighten us.
Ooh, okay. I finished a video game,
Which one?
Outer Worlds. Outer Worlds.
Okay.
I enjoyed the ending-esque. I think it was a little short.
Outer Worlds. Okay.
Yeah, I think it was a little short. I haven't done any of the DLC. I'm not always the biggest person to jump onto DLC because I always feel like I get burned when I get season passes. So I haven't gotten any of that. But let's see, I did that. I've been doing more drawing lately. I've got like a crew of people that try and keep me honest and on task and actually draw. So I'm doing more of that. So it's popping up on my Instagram more often. I was this day's years old when I discovered pastel gore, and I'm in love with it. Oh my God. I needed it in my life. I have started like just going down like the Pinterest hole, and soon I'll probably go down the Tumblr hole of like just searching for it just to see how other people draw it. But everything I've seen so far is like, this is the kind of stuff I've always wanted to draw. But like so many people told me, ooh, don't do that. That's weird.
So
And
pastel is pastel gore exactly what it sounds like?
Yes, it is.
So it's like gory, bloody viscera in pastels.
Yes.
That does sound awesome.
Yeah, right? Oh my God, it makes me really, really happy. But yeah, so I've been doing more of that. Like the long-term goal is to probably try and start selling in artist alleys again.
Yes.
I haven't sold in an artist alley since like 2011, 2012, and the entire industry for artist alleys has completely changed at this point. So I don't even know if like I can get into any. But we'll find out.
Yeah.
We'll try it out and see
You can. I
see what
believe in
we can
you.
do. Thank you. I want to believe in myself too.
Do it.
I'll try. Thank you. Well, I think we're all wonderfully caught up.
Yes.
So let's stop talking about ourselves.
Welcome. Why don't you join us as we lay down the cards? Find out what the fates have in store as Jess leads us through the scene foretold.
That was fucking sexy, and I loved it. I'd
What?
never heard that before.
Oh, that's right. He wasn't here for the
yeah.
word last
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot.
That was amazing.
Amazingly done.
Thank you.
Yes.
It is. It's very good. And I'm going to try, Steven, to not have any upside down cards. But I will again preface that reverse doesn't mean anything in the construct of how we will play this game. So the way that the Scene Foretold works is I have a deck of tarot cards.
Ooh.
These tarot cards...
Penguins.
It's already in reverse. These tarot cards are really cute, really pretty. I'm going to take a picture of it, and it can go on our Wasting All the Time Instagram when this episode goes live. But what we'll do is I'm going to pull one of these cards, then I'm going to read the description of the card, and we'll use the theme of that card to inspire our scene. Yeah. So I have shuffled dem cards. Actually, I want someone else to pull because I'm very bad at pulling. So
Skeet
who
shooting?
would like to
I'll pull.
take a card? Take a card? All right. What do we got? Ooh, the Page of Cups is a little sea otter.
Sea otter.
Yeah. Okay, so the Page of Cups means boundless, intuitive, and a bit of an inner child. Don't be afraid to dream big and follow your heart. Additionally, be sure to listen to your intuition and it's trying to tell you something. So, very simple. Really?
Yes, really. We're sending you to camp.
Oh, I've always wanted to go to camp.
Now.
Oh, boy.
Now, okay.
Oh, boy, howdy.
Okay, now,
Yes!
calm down a little bit.
Remember breathing. Remember breathing.
Oh, I'm going to breathe. I'm breathing so hard.
Breathe medium. Okay, that'll do.
That's good. That's good, honey.
Really?
Okay.
Very good.
Yeah.
Okay. So are you all packed?
Yeah, I've been packed for a month.
That explains a lot.
Yeah, that's why I've been wearing the same pair of shorts and shirt for the last month because I only own exactly 10 shirts and 12 pairs of pants.
I've been wondering why the laundry was so easy this past week.
Yeah, the smell was getting to me, honestly. That
Oh,
was why.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't smell anything.
I'm sorry. I know. Anyway, so what is the first thing you want to do when you get to camp?
I'm gonna archer everything.
Archer everything.
Yeah, everything. I'm gonna put it in my crosshairs and I'm gonna bullseye.
Okay. Wow.
So
that's
Yeah.
impressive.
Do they have archery at this camp? Because it's
Maybe we should check her suitcase.
a science camp, right? Yeah.
Science, mathematics, learning.
Right.
Archering, huh? Wow.
Yeah, and then after I've
maybe with
archered
physics?
everything, after I've archered everything, I'm going to sit around the campfire.
That's-
And in that campfire, we're going to tell ghost stories and we're going to bring a ghost to life. Yeah, that's what you do at camp.
Through the magic of narrative.
Right.
No, real ghosts.
Real
They're
ghosts.
real.
Real ghosts.
And then I'm gonna archer that ghost. Yeah.
I
Tiny breaths.
Okay.
I don't know where to start.
I feel like maybe we signed her up for the wrong camp.
that may be a bit of an understatement.
Yeah, 'cause it's just like she was so into reading books and stuff. I just figured ooh, science camp.
That makes sense.
but-
Did you check the books that she was reading?
I didn't, but now I'm thinking maybe they were not the books I thought they were.
yeah.
I want to say thank you so much.
Of
Thank you
course.
so much, both
Oh, you're
dads.
so welcome,
I
honey.
love it. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Oh man, everyone's gonna envy me.
Is it gonna be like your books?
Well, I don't see why not.
Man, could you tell us which book it's gonna be like? Maybe we can get an insurance
Oh
policy.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna archer everything.
Right.
And then I'm gonna bring a ghost to life, and then I'm gonna archer the ghost, and then I'm gonna go up a really tall hill, and I'm gonna steal some laurels. I'm gonna put them laurels on my head. I'm gonna become a god.
This is
It's
starting
the
to sound
best.
familiar.
I love camp.
I just, it's just me and the soaps. I don't know what she's.
Yeah. Oh God. It's that Jason book series. Jason Argo.
Oh, and the Argonauts.
Yeah.
I heard about that in college.
Oh, God.
Well, he doesn't do anything too bad, right?
I mean, nothing real bad, but I mean, we're sending her to like nerd camp.
Nerds like literature, right?
Do you think I have to bring the golden fleece with me? Or are they going to have plenty of golden fleeces for me to kill in the underworld?
I think probably they'll handle that there.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
okay.
I don't want to look like the stupid person that shows up unprepared.
No, honey, we'd never
Right.
let you
I don't
look
wanna be
stupid
unprepared.
when you're arching things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we gonna do?
I don't know. Maybe we can call ahead and
Maybe.
call in a bomb squad.
That's actually a good idea.
You've called them bomb threats, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The 7th grade picnic.
Oh,
Yeah. That was.
that's why I married you.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I am really glad you came up with Jason because I was like, nope, not a damn clue. Arching things and ghosts and laurels, and I was just
There's like,
cool,
okay, there's
let's play with it.
just enough, like, kind of
Yeah.
quasi Greek maybe ish.
Maybe, I don't know.
We can
I
Yeah,
think
it
right
works,
towards
it works.
Percy
stretch
Jackson.
it that way.
Yeah.
I imagine this as like the dime store knockoff Percy Jackson.
Definitely. It's the one that you get in the bargain bin.
Yeah.
That, like, it's got the terrible little sunburst that says $1.99 on it.
The terrible.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fired.
Good one, Rook.
All right. Well, that has been the scene foretold.
Yeah.
Which means that we are heading into. I would also like to take a moment and say that I'm making excellent time this podcast. So I'm just going to slow it down so I can drive Dave a little crazy.
Exactly, Stephen.
All right, let's go on to the next segment. So this is our next segment, and it is our final segment for this morning, afternoon, or evening that you're listening, folks. This is where I bring a fun game to the party.
Party.
The party. And the game that I decided to bring today is...
Uh-oh.
All right, not the game I thought I was going to go with, but it's the game that Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo said that we're going to go with. It is called Limited Speech.
Ooh.
Limited speech.
So the way that this game works is each person in the scene is allowed to talk, but
Okay.
But-
Oh, there's a twist.
but there's a twist. You can only say as many words as you're allowed to. So, for example, if I can only say 3 words every time I say a line, I say 3.
This is going to be John's new favorite.
It's going to be John's new favorite. Yeah.
I'm gonna
So,
suck
limited
so
speech.
bad.
So,
Failure is part of the fun.
what we need is each person has to get a number of words that they're allowed to say. So, just to make life a little easier, we've got people in our handy dandy patron. Thanks. So, all right. I need, guys, give me, folks, give me, like, do not count up.
I will ban the lot of you. You fucking watch me.
Thank you. Okay, so we have, and then I need 2 more because 2 of those are way too close to each other. Okay. I'm going to dole these. Oh, boy. Okay, I'm going to dole these out. Cody.
Yeah.
You have 23 words.
Yes. Okay.
John, you are going to get 8.
Okay.
Okay. Dave,
Yeah.
you are going to have 3. And I am going
Awesome.
to take 1.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
And to clarify, do we need to try and use all of our words each time, or is that
Yes.
just a limit? Okay.
You have to use, so Cody, have fun with this
Cody
one.
is less excited.
no.
And then it didn't backfire, Hatrick. It went exactly how you didn't know you wanted it to go. So the last suggestion we need is just a one-word suggestion. Let's go with a location. I like locations. Cthulhu's Spire. That's our location.
All right. Can we go?
Sure.
I don't like this.
Yeah.
It's pretty dark and scary here, you guys.
Behold, mortals, you have trespassed into my lair, and now you will never, ever again see the light of day, you foolish humans.
See, that's it.
Yikes.
You look scary.
I'm really not feeling better about this, guys.
Me neither, Frank.
Ahem.
Yes, tiny human, you may speak in my presence, provided you have given the proper obeisances and treasure worthy of my glory. Bitch.
Sorry.
This is a really rude monster.
Don't say that.
Yeah.
How dare you enter my realm and presume to lecture me on morality of humans who cannot comprehend my entirety and magnificent terror?
I'm a champion.
Yeah, and you're just like some kind of squid.
Boomer.
What he said.
This insolence will not stand, and so I must bring forth the most destructive and irreplaceably terrible portent that I can summon henceforth.
No, you won't.
Yeah, I think you might be all talk.
Do it then.
You should not test what you cannot comprehend, tiny brain having mortals, because before long you will determine that your brains are mush.
My brain's good.
Ditto.
Yeah, man. I really don't think you can.
Don't think I can what? Because your fear clearly leaves you incapable of speech as your primitive mammalian brain leaves you stupid dork.
Blah, blah, blah.
Explain.
Oh, you would like some kind of diatribe based on my diabolical plans for your ridiculous species and their inability to fight terror.
Not scary now.
Meh.
Yeah, he's kind of just an old windbag.
This guy's
No.
fake.
Seriously, you have to be afraid, because if you're not, then I lose my lease on this spire and I get evicted.
You being paid?
I mean, yeah, a little bit. There's a guy who sent me a check a few weeks ago, but he didn't actually fund it.
That's too bad.
So you can't do, like, cool lightning shit?
Bet he can't.
No, I mean, there was one time when I could, but I used up all of my, what do you call it? Frequent flyer miles.
Lame.
What she said.
No, give me another chance. I swear I can, if you just wait one more, no, come back. It's gonna be super, oh.
Let him speak.
Balls. That was awesome.
I enjoyed that very much.
Hey, that's Patrick. Shut up. That was so great.
All right. Well, yeah, that was limited speech. I'm sure it goes by other names too. It's like one of those ones that like interchanges names. So if somebody listening is all like, that's not how I know limited speech. Well,
Yeah.
hey, that's,
Speak up, campers.
Speak up.
I only have 10 fingers. I had to count 23 words, and I'm sure I did it perfectly each time.
No one will never know.
I'm sure I had some 7s in there.
I forgot how many you had, and so when you paused, I was like, are you thinking of a word, or are you out of words?
I was thinking of, oh no, I need 2 words to complete this sentence, and I only have 1.
Oh. Well, I jumped on that, so yeah.
That's fine.
Oh, man.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Steven.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Steven.
thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. It's a compliment.
Jess, you are great.
Hey guys, folks, we have made it to the end of this podcast for this episode. Thank you so much for giving us a listen this morning, evening, or afternoon that you decided to listen to. If you really like the podcast, you can always go to our website, wastingallthetime.com, and you can vote for certain segments on this episode under the Contact Us feed. You can click the little plus sign, and then you can go to vote, and you can say which scene you really liked and why. At the end of the year, we'll take all of those scenes and we'll put them up for people to vote. And we'll do a full end of the year. These are the best 10 scenes from the year. So please do that. If you love us even more, then consider donating to our Patreon. We are on Patreon at Time Waste Pod. On there, there's some really cool breakdowns of you can give us some money and you get the episodes early, or you can be in our really cool elite cool kids only from when we were actually recording the podcast and possibly contribute suggestions. And then
right now.
Yeah, right now. What some of our wonderful people are doing right now with the contribution of the numbers of the words and the things. Yeah. So, and if you always want to give us a ring-a-ding-ding, we have a phone number that you can leave a voicemail on, and if you do that, you might actually get played in a podcast.
That's right. It's possible.
It's very possible. What's that number?
Area code 916-235-3337.
Awesome. I think this time I got all of it.
Yeah.
I did. So thank you so much for listening this afternoon, evening, or morning, folks. And we will see you here. We'll speak to you again on Monday, this following Monday, when we come back with The Plot Thickens. But until then, I have been your host, Jess.
I've been John.
I've been the air horn simulator, Cody.
And I've been Dave.
And we have wasted all of our time. Hopefully we wasted your time. Bye!
Later.
Butts.
Look at that time!
That's
I did it.
You did.
I did it under 60.
Congratulations, you've made it to the end of another episode of Wasting All the Time, a podcast. If you enjoyed this show, then please consider subscribing on Apple Podcasts or Stitcher, or follow us on Spotify. If you really enjoyed the show, then head on over to patreon.com/timewastepod and become a supporter of our time-wasting efforts. Now, that was a lot of things I just threw at you, so if you forget all of that, just head on over to wastingallthetime.com, and there we have all the answers.